guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to start a new series. I am going to be starting a top 5 series here on my channel. We're going to talk about all things makeup. So like top 5 foundations, top 5 blushes, top 5 bronzers, top 5 lip products. And I decided to do the top 5. I know a lot of people here on YouTube do the top 10, but my makeup collection is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit more curated. I try not to have too much in my collection. So I feel like with some of these items, or some of these different products, I'd be stretching if I tried to go to 10 products. So we're gonna do top 5. Today I'm going to share with you my top 5 foundations that I love for different occasions and why I enjoy them. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K Bella fam. But why don't we go ahead and get into the video. So I have tried several foundations, both drugstore and high-end. I can say all of the foundations that I'm going to talk about today are high-end foundations, just because that's what I prefer, especially with complexion products. And the 5 foundations that I'm going to talk about today, 3 of them are still in my collection and 2 of them are no longer, but I do still think they are really great foundations. I will start with the 3 that I have in my collection right now. The one that I have in my project pan is by Pat McGrath. This is her Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer, and I am in the shade Light 7. I like this foundation as like an everyday. It's what I'm wearing today. I don't feel like I have a ton of coverage. I should probably say I do have dry skin. I live in Texas, so it's hot and humid, but I prefer more of a light to medium coverage. So this isn't really going to cover much. It's more of a light coverage. That's why I feel like it's good for day to day. It's good for work. It's quick and easy. It gives me a nice even coverage, but it doesn't feel dry or cakey on the skin. When I put like very hydrating primers underneath, you can still see the glow coming through, and it's very, very comfortable. Now this is a pricey foundation. It is currently in my project pan because it's so expensive, but I do really like it. I think it's a great foundation. Just know that you are going to get more of like a lightweight coverage, and it is more liquidy. When I first picked up this foundation, I don't know what I was expecting, but I feel like I thought it was going to be thicker and more full coverage, and it's not. It is really a lightweight foundation. If you want something that is going to give you a little bit more coverage, more of a medium coverage, but it's still a natural finish and you can get a nice glow, then I really love the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This came out last year and I did pick it up during the Sephora VIB sale. I tend to like NARS foundations. This is the shade L4 DeVille. This one, again, sits very nice on the skin and it is going to give me a nice glowy, natural looking finish. When I put my hydrating and brightening primers on underneath, you're really going to see it come out, but this one is going to give you a little bit more of a medium coverage. This one also is a little bit more buildable. I don't really struggle with acne or anything like that, or redness, so I can't really speak to that, but when I think of coverage, I do have freckles naturally, and so with the Pat McGrath, you're still going to see my freckles very well through the foundation, but with this one, they are a little bit more subdued. You might see, like if I do have a blemish here or there, you might see it poking through, but you are going to get a little bit more of a medium coverage with this one. Again, still comfortable on the skin, still a very nice finish, nice and hydrated and not dry or cakey. This 3rd foundation is another one that came out last year, and I feel like I've seen mixed reviews on it. People either love it or hate it, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, but I do actually really love this foundation. It's super reflective, I'm sorry. This is the Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. Now I have to say, I don't really care about the finishing powder if I'm being honest. I really don't even use it all that often. I prefer more of a loose setting powder. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a nice dip in this foundation. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it. The only other cream foundation that I tried was the KVD Good Apple, and I didn't love that one. It was a little bit heavier on the skin, a little bit cakier, but this one gives me a beautiful, beautiful finish. I go in with my sponge and I'll just tap it all over the face. This one gives you more of a medium to buildable coverage, but again, it gives me a nice natural finish. You can see my glow from within. It's not dry or cakey. It's not gonna settle into fine lines. And I do really, really enjoy this one. So this was a surprise to me. I didn't really know what to expect. I feel like Patrick Ta products have been a little bit hit or miss for me, but I really, really enjoy this one. The next two I no longer have in my collection, so I'll insert pictures. I did recently film a declutter video. If you didn't catch that video, I'll put it right here for you. But I did declutter my Estee Lauder Futurist foundation. And I decluttered that one because one, I had had it for a while, but two, there was a chemical sunscreen in it. And during pregnancy, it's not recommended to wear chemical sunscreens, and I'm choosing not to wear it while I'm nursing my son as well. So it has gone bad. But if you don't mind an SPF or a chemical sunscreen in your foundation, I really, really loved that one. I feel like it gave me more of a light to medium coverage. That one was pretty glowy, which I enjoy. I love a good glow. It was nice and long wearing. It lasted on the skin. It wasn't dry or cakey, and it was a great shade match for me. I was 2N1. I don't love SPF in my foundation. I would much prefer to have like my SPF separately from my foundation, but I could totally see myself repurchasing this one again just because I did really enjoy the coverage and the finish and the way it felt on my skin. And the last foundation I do plan to repurchase again, I'm thinking during the Sephora VIB sale, but it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. That is a great foundation. You are going to get more of a medium to buildable coverage. Again, it gives you like a nice natural looking finish. It's not going to be like shiny and glowy. If I'm thinking of foundations that are a little bit more on the shiny glowy side, I would say the Patrick Ta, also the Estee Lauder, those ones are more shiny glowy, but the Armani Luminous Silk is one where it's going to give you more of a natural finish, but you can see the luminosity or the satin in your skin, the glowy type of finish without a super strong glow. It's very comfortable on the skin. I really, really enjoy it. When I had that foundation before, I went through like half of the bottle, and I think I was in shade 4.5, but it wasn't the perfect shade for me, and I did purchase the larger size. It was more expensive, the $65 bottle, I think, but now they have a smaller size that's $44, and I think I might go down to shade 4. So this is one that I'm gonna pick up. That one, I would say, I was wearing it for every day. The foundations that are expensive, I do want to wear them every day, but out of all of these, the ones that I would say are great for everyday wear would be the Pat McGrath and the Patrick Ta. If you were looking for one that was more of like an event type of foundation, I would go with either the NARS or definitely the Armani Luminous Silk. If you're looking for one where you're going to be outside, maybe you're, I don't know, going to a sporting event or something, that's when I would choose the Estee Lauder with the SPF, but I did really enjoy the Armani Luminous Silk. I had it several years ago when Desi Perkins would talk about it a ton, and like I said, I really did enjoy it because I really liked the finish and the coverage and the luminosity that it gave, and I'm definitely going to be repurchasing it pretty soon. That's it. Those are my top 5 favorite foundations. You'll notice, like I said, none of them are matte. All of them are more of like a natural radiant finish, more of a light to medium coverage. These aren't really full coverage. So you have to really think about your skin type and what you're looking for in a foundation, because if you're not dry like me, if you have oily skin, you might want something more mattifying. I know my friend Emily from Emily Loves Makeup, she does also have like dry combo skin, but she prefers more full coverage. So sometimes when I'm talking about a foundation, she will say, thank you for that. I know that's not for me. And sometimes when she's talking about a foundation, I'm like, okay, I know, stay away from that one. So you have to really think about your preferences and what you like. So again, I do have dry skin. I live in a humid climate, and I like more light to medium coverage with like a natural glowy, radiant finish. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Have you tried any of these 5 foundations, and what would be your top foundation, like your number 1? I didn't rank these. That would be fun. I just did my top 5. I didn't rank them. But I would love to know in the comments down below, what is your like number 1 go-to favorite foundation? Also, let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to see next? I'm going to do top 5 blushes, bronzers, highlighters, lipsticks, what else is there? I don't know. Let me know down below. Let me know what you want to see next. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.